Basically, what happens is when you are working with some shape files or some, for example, if you are having a very large data,
Mm-hmm.
or if you have, if someone is digitizing some data, so there is always this possibility that some errors will happen
Mm-hmm.
because we are not perfect, and sometimes we create a process that we feed into the computer that may not give us perfect results because maybe the code was not proper or
Yes.
maybe the logic that we used to write the code was not proper. So whenever you try to understand the errors in a spatial data, there are two types of error. So
Mm-hmm.
one is locational error and the other is topological error. So
Okay.
by locational error, I mean location error is, for example, some place should have been having the latitude x1, latitude longitude x1, y1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you did some mistake. You took the value of that point as x2, y2.
Mm-hmm.
So on ground it should have been x1, y1, but due to some human error, you took some wrong value. Maybe you saw the map wrong, or you thought of that point of some else point, or maybe you are using a GPS system which is not so accurate, right?
Yes. Yes.
So this is like human error while data collection, manual digitization, or for example, this is a house on the ground and I have to digitize it. Okay. So I do not digitize it properly. Maybe so there is this is the actual representation of the house on the ground. And when maybe I am digitizing it, maybe I'm in a hurry or maybe I do something wrong. What I do is I do it like this. So now you see there is first of all locational error. Not the feature should have been the feature is not where it should have been, right?
Mm-hmm.
So some parts of it are not on the location where it should have been. So it is locational error. Now, because of that location error, if I ignore that error and someone is now asking me, okay, what is the area of the house? They need for some analysis. So the area will be going wrong and then the analysis will also be wrong.
Yes.
So this is one kind of error, locational error. Okay. Then, uh, then the other is topological errors. So what happens is how they are defined is this location error is based on either human or maybe while doing some data tracing or right, as I told you, maybe you scanned the building and let me just give you an example.
Mm-hmm.
This is a map. This is a map. The ratio of elements on this is 1:100. So someone did a Xerox of it. When they did a Xerox, they did it on a bigger size. Okay. So the features inside of this, maybe there was a house here, maybe there was a big building here. Okay. Now,
Yes.
when it goes to the big size, it will become little bigger. Okay. Now, the scale was not printed on this, but it was actual the original scale. So this was the original scale, but the scale was not printed on it.
Mm.
Now, when they Xeroxed it to this bigger size and they gave it to you to digitize, you don't know that there was an original, and they also now don't know because it was a very old record. They just thought this is the original. Now you digitize it in your computer. So this is a scanning and tracing data error. So when you will digitize it, it will be a wrong data. Got it?
Yes.
The scale of it is wrong.
Mm.
Because now the analysis is wrong. If you have to find out the area, the original area is this, not this. Okay.
Mm.
So there can be many possible reasons. It can be human reason, computer generated reason, or anything. Then there is topological error. So by the word topological, we mean that relationship between any two features. So if there are any two vector features, for example, point, line, point, point, line, point, line, or point, polygon, line, polygon, polygon, polygon. Whenever there are any more than two, or whenever there are at least two vector features. Okay. So how the vector positions their spatial relationship to each other. Now, if this is one vector and let me draw it three times. So if you see here, I've taken an example where we have only two vectors. Now, here the spatial relationship of these two is that they are not joined, they are not connected, they are disjoint. Here, the spatial relationship between these two is that they are overlapping. Here,
Mm.
the spatial relationship is one is contained in the other. It could have been vice versa also. Okay. Here, the relationship is that they are just touching each other. So there are different possibilities, and these are all known as topological relationship. So the word topological means how two or more than two features, it can be three, it can be four, how they are to each other in space and time. Okay. Now,
Yes.
what do you mean by topological error? So, if, for example, on ground, this is one house, this is, uh, so maybe this is the actual representation of three houses on ground. Okay. So maybe you apply some code or something, or maybe You digitize it by yourself. Okay. So on ground, the logic is, if you try to understand the logic on ground, because they are houses, they cannot overlap each other, right?
Mm.
House is and single individual identity, it cannot overlap each other. But maybe while digitization, someone did this error that they created, or they were in a hurry, or maybe some for some reason they created two houses that are overlapping.
Mhm.
So topologically, this is wrong.
Yes.
That is what means by topological error. Now, here it is overlapping. It can be also the other scenario. For example, they left some gap in between. Now here is a gap. Gap is not allowed because the houses are joined, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then also
Yes.
it is a topological error. So not able to represent the ground reality, and kind of having a, how to say it, uh, illegal possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So like it is not correct, yeah. So that is a topological error.
Yes.
Now we have QGIS, ArcGIS, and in that they have given many options to us to improve such topological errors. But before improving, we need to understand the types of topological errors. Like, what are the generally commonly seen topological errors? So, uh, just just wait half a minute. I'll get myself water, right?
Okay, okay, no worries.
So now what is happening is, why are we basically using this spatial data? It is kind of, if you try to understand, we are just modeling the real world features into digital world, right? Hello.
Yes.
So when we are modeling it, there
Mm-hmm.
remains some errors.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if someone is doing maybe large scale digitization, for example, cadastral mapping, utility mapping, there are many possibilities. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when one gets stuck, not stuck, when one is doing such a project or some mapping, there is a possibility that for some reason, it can be human, it can be computer, it can be a code that you have written, or maybe the logic of the real world is not clear. So, for example, you don't that that is a very basic thing. Like, for example, if someone doesn't know that all the buildings should have been attached, they cannot overlap. So whoever
Mm-hmm.
did the digitization work, they created a error because of their logics were not clear. So many times many possibilities exist and error can happen. Now,
Yes.
one such example is, these all are examples. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
all of them can be corrected in QGIS, ArcGIS. Maybe ArcGIS has a dedicated tool to do it because
Mm-hmm.
it is a paid software. In
Mm-hmm.
QGIS, we may have to look for plugins, or might be it is possibility that some of these are not available there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure some plugins are there.
Yes.
So, for example, uh, let us take this example where this is a road. So the road is a little curvy road, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now there are petrol. Do you know what is a toll plaza?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, for example, someone was marking toll plazas.
Mm-hmm.
This is one toll plaza. This is one toll plaza. This is one toll plaza. And
Mm-hmm.
when he was marking them, his GPS was working correctly at these three positions.
Mm-hmm.
So, according to the logic, a toll plaza is on the road, right? It is
Mm-hmm.
correct. Now,
Yes.
when he came here, his GPS gave some wrong readings or some, maybe for some reason, and he marked the next three. He marked the next three toll plazas here. One here, one here, and one here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when someone was doing a quality checking of the data, so the word QC, that
Mm-hmm.
means checking out the data if it is correct or wrong.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He found out that these should have been on the road.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he has to correct it, right? Uh,
Yes.
so for us, the log maybe we are doing this example in reverse. Maybe this is some other example. But what it means is you are moving one feature to a better position. Now,
Yes.
will I do? I will use ArcGIS and QGIS and I will move this over this road here.
Yes.
I will take this and I will move this over this.
Yes.
So sometimes, uh, generally, what is happening, maybe the error is such in such a way that all the pumps were here. I mean, all the tolls were here. Sorry, all the tolls were here, but they came 2 meters away from that because of error. Now, what you
Mm-hmm.
can do is you can also collectively move them because the error is common.
Yes.
Because if you collectively move them, they will be placed at the right place, right?
Yes. Yes.
Similarly, maybe, so this was easy. You could do it using a tool in ArcGIS or QGIS. Now,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the error is not homogeneous. Maybe one toll is shown here 2 meters, another one is shown this away from it 5 meters, one is shown away just 1 meter. So maybe you can write a Python code right now in which you say whichever is the nearest point on this line feature to this. Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Whichever point on this road
Mm-hmm.
is nearest to this point, just
Mm-hmm.
move this point to that point.
Yes.
Then also problem solved, right?
Yes.
So basically, it is spatial data editing. There are some inbuilt functions. Sometimes you have to do codes. So these are some journal errors. Now, all of them are some kind of errors.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you understood what is move or drag. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So copy, put, get, duplicate, it is very simple. For example, uh, you had to make 4 points at four corners, but there are only two. So you can just simply copy this point and paste it here, right?
Yes. Yes.
Or so this is copy put. This is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes edge snap. Now, for example, if someone was digitizing, the original on ground should have been like this, that if maybe this is a highway, okay,
Yes.
and these are connecting roads. These are some connecting roads inside of it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the main highway, but okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the original scenario that should have been there on the ground. But someone, while digitization, they did some problem, or maybe they didn't knew that the highway needs to be straight. What they did was they somehow, for some reason, uh, so they, for somehow some reason, they broke the lines. They
Mm-hmm.
thought, why not do it like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the logic on the ground got broken here. What logic was that? The logic was that this should have been straight.
Yes.
Yeah, it got broken here. Okay. Now you
Mm-hmm.
have to rectify it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there is tool in QGIS and ArcGIS that is called as edge matching. So what will it do is, so if you see here, it will create a straight line. It will create a straight line based on all the available points, and it will merge it. It will merge the lines. So
Mm-hmm.
if you see here carefully, so
Mm-hmm. Original.
this is the problematic
Mm-hmm.
digitization that someone did.
Mm-hmm.
And then applying the edge snap, it got changed into this.
This one, yes.
So if it is at 1 lakh points, such problem, can you do it manually?
No.
So you used edge snap.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe let us check if it is.
Uh, Actually, can you also share the e-cognition crack as well? I forgot. I actually deleted and cleared some memory of my laptop, and unfortunately, it got deleted as well before installing that.
Okay, okay. Maybe after the class I can share the
Yeah,
link. Or do
yeah,
you remember which website it was?
yeah. WeTransfer, WE transfer. Yeah, yes, that's what.
Just a moment, I'm not sure where I kept the cognition.
And I just have to download this, and then what's how to download the crack?
I'm just a little confused which one is it.
Now, okay, the last time you shared was named ECOG small.
What was your email ID?
M, yeah, this one.
Okay, once it is, I'll share.
Thank you.
So, uh, just uh, out of the, how, not out of, just a personal question. How much did you spend for this degree?
Uh, this applied informatics.
Yeah,
It's like 750 per semester, 751 something.
uh, seven, how much? 7,000 euros?
No, no, 750 per semester. 755, around 760 you can say this euros per semester.
Then it is good, right? Then it is not
Yes,
bad.
yes, yes. But the thing was, apart from university, the accommodation, the transport, the insurance was expensive here as
No, that
compared
I
to.
understand, but 750 is really good because in my Erasmus degree, though I got the scholarship, but otherwise it was almost nearly 1,500 euros per semester.
Which university was there?
It was University of Munster and like there were three universities together, right, for
Hmm.
Erasmus degree.
Yes, 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 I got it.
But if someone was paying it themselves, it was 1,500 per semester.
Yeah, but because this was Erasmus, if someone wants to enroll into the university program like University of Munster has also, I don't
Mm,
remember the name, but it's then 350 euros per semester.
yeah,
Or
yep,
maybe
yep, yep.
some universities have like 30 euros as well. So it's depends on location and universities, especially for the non-EUs. Like here in the University of Salzburg, if you are an EU student, you don't have to pay 750 as well. You just have to pay like 20, 25 euros.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, let us maybe try this example. Let us first see if that tool is available here. The tool's name was Edge Snap. So this is Edge Snap only. It is now by the name of Edge Map.
That's right.
But so if we assume that maybe this was a straight line, is there a straight line here? Okay. So let us try. Not sure if what will be the result. Let's check. So Edge Map would feature roads. But the same Salzburg degree in Erasmus, if someone pays for it, it is very costly, right?
Yes. Like it is a degree called
Copernicus degree.
yeah, Copernicus Masters, yes. Then it would be around 1,500, 15,000 or 12,000 euros
Then
per
why
year.
would anyone, and people still do it? Like, then why would anyone go in it?
No, because you are then a self-funded student in Erasmus. I
But
don't
if you could do a degree directly from
the same.
Salzburg in,
It's cheap because the problem or the question was like in Erasmus, apart from like those students, they will get study the same which we studied in University of Salzburg, but the second year or the next semester will be different one. That's why I guess they pay more. Like in Copernicus, they have like geo data science and geo visualization tracks, and they are completely different than ours.
okay, 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 okay.
That's why I guess they are paying more. Or The funding was there.
Yep.
Because, like, if we talk about specifically about geodata science, it was completely different from our domain. And same was like geovisualization, like the software and tools, they work on very different. Yes, we can also go there as well. There's also a program which we call like Erasmus Plus. Like if I apply to the same university, for example, they go to University of One, and I apply there. And if I got selected and the professor says that, okay, you can also study these subjects, then obviously I can also go there and I free of cost. Like I don't have to pay them any fees because it's under Erasmus Plus as well. So there is one
So,
opportunity for us as
but
well. It
are
depends.
you also working along?
Yes, part-time job. Yes.
Okay. So I've created two features. One is these roads, and let us see if they join it. One is this another road. Okay. So
Mhm.
input feature is roads. Input link feature is road new. Yes, move till endpoints. Okay. So
Mhm.
basically, I want them to move till these
Yes, correct.
endpoints, right?
Yes. Yes.
So let me try to run it. Hmm. Hey, why is it not working? Adjacent feature. Oh,
Or maybe you if you get like input feature, road new, vice versa. Roads.
so I don't know what is happening, but this is that only, okay? Why you have
Yeah.
to do some changes and it will work.
Yeah.
You have to explore it.
Yeah.
You will have to explore it how it works actually.
Mm.
But this is that tool only.
Mhm.
Modifies input link features by specially adjusting their shape right, guiding by their specified H match links. So input feature road, input link feature roads new, add segment, adjacent feature, road new, border feature, road new. I don't know. Okay, so there needs to be a shared boundary. Maybe I'll look an example for it next time and I'll let you know. But similarly, so rotate, you understand, you can just rotate the feature, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Then there is align. So by align, what you mean is, for example, uh, you are creating some points and the next point
Mhm.
that you created or the polygon that was wrong. It should have been here. Then you can use the tool align. Okay.
Mhm. Uh, just a question like last time when we are working with network analysis data,
Mm-hmm.
we have a road network of New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in that they have like one way, two-way traffic, double way. How they do
Mm-hmm.
this time? They use these features for to create because
Yes,
it was
yes. It was this only. They did it by this one. This one.
wrong orientation.
Yeah.
Archive.
So we just changed the route using this only.
No, no,
So
no. I was talking about not this one. I was talking about like yeah, we have changed this according to our the needs, but I'm
no,
talking
no,
about like
there we used rule based. There is no special editing there.
mm,
It
because
is
it
it
was
is
equally aligned with the base map. That's why I am talking about.
no, no, that was originally there only. But
Mm-hmm.
this is some other features like if you have uh, how to explain this, that you have this cadastal. So these are some cadastral maps. For example, if you
Mm-hmm.
digitized this one, right, and you
Mm-hmm.
did some errors, so
Mm-hmm.
that errors are to be corrected in this ArcGIS Pro or in QGIS. So for example, here maybe while digitizing that we performed some error and that maybe you forgot to join it properly at these points. So maybe this data is now wrong. How it is wrong? If someone asks you, give me the area of each parcel, then
Mm-hmm.
this will not be the computer will calculate them together because it is not correctly closed here.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it will not even calculate this if it is not closed from the above properly. So
Mm-hmm.
similarly, such errors will occur, and you need to improve these errors by rectifying these errors. So that is done in these methods.
Yes.
Okay. Now, then there is another method that is split. For example, split is a very common example. Uh, so maybe this is a road network, and every time the road turns, the the road segment needs to be splitted. What
Mm-hmm.
it means is, so for example, this is one segment. There is one length of it. This is the another segment. Then this
Mm-hmm.
is the another segment. This is the another segment. These are not same segment. So if someone is calculating the length here, if someone is calculating the length of only this part will be calculated. Okay. Because
Yes.
it is
Yes.
broken at vertices. Now what happens? Maybe someone forgot to split it at some points and he made this all as one segment,
Mm-hmm.
as one single segment. Now, someone tells you to calculate the length of each segment in this road, then You know that the number of segments in this road are 20, but you are just getting 17 segments length. That it means someone forgot to split somewhere, and this will come
Yes.
together as one length. Then it will be error in your analysis.
Mm.
Okay. Uh, just give me a minute, okay?
Mm.
So, so this is one split. So now you can see that in ArcGIS and QGIS, for example, this was one single segment and you splitted it at this point because you wanted to split it. You just wanted analyze this and this part differently, right?
Mm.
So this is the
Like,
split feature.
mm. Can I
Then,
share my screen?
huh?
Can I share my screen for a moment?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, sure. Yeah.
just, like I take this data from previous network analysis and look at this is not like properly aligned here. This
Yep.
one.
Yep.
So for this I can also use the repro what's the name? Trust what the name of this like
No, actually,
submit.
what is happening is this data,
Hmm.
whosoever digitized it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whosoever created it, they might be using maybe a different base map, right? So if you have to
Uh-huh.
correct it, you can do it manually. You can delete some part and add some lines. You have to do it part by part. So maybe
Because
if the huh?
some of these are good. Because like some of these like align perfectly with this,
Yeah.
but like this is not aligned.
So you because the base map is a map, it is not a vector layer.
Mm-hmm.
If it was in the form of a
Yes.
vector layer, you could have done it
Mm-hmm.
using these tools.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So no, my point. So just a moment. Like my point was when I have to create a road network like this. So I take a base map as a what you can say is as my first like choice like because on this base map I haven't tried to do this uh, digitization, right?
yeah,
Or no?
yeah,
Then definitely it should here the owner of this map will have take some sort of base map, right?
yeah.
Then the base map will be the different will be the same for this New York City or it will be different. That's my
So
point.
base maps can be different because they are not created by someone manually. They are
Hmm.
made using
Different
algorithm
times. Yes.
algorithms. So maybe
Hmm.
Google has an algorithm where the curve of the road is given as like 2 meter or something. They have their different logics. So
Hmm.
everyone has their different kind of base maps produced.
Hmm.
So if you just see Google Map and if you
Hmm.
compare it with the OpenStreetMap, you will see that even the roads are different.
Hmm. Hmm. And one more thing, like he intersects some point differently. So he used these tools to like pinpoint or unjoin different one, or when he was creating the is road network he do on this time on that time. Like if we talk about this, okay, is this uh, like this is if I select this, mhm, it is not selecting anything like this one. It only select like this part.
Mm-hmm.
So it he do like these spatial relations, or when he was creating and this road network he done on that time, or after creating that is splitting these roads. That's my question. Like I don't know if you get it this or not.
No, spatial relation is when you are creating the file itself, you
Mm-hmm.
understand that the logic that it is a road, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
now the spatial relationship here is two roads are connected at a single point.
Mm.
So they need to be
Like
connected.
this
So
one.
every point is connected. They are not disjointed. So this relationship here is that the point is connected. Uh,
Mm.
so when you define the shapefile itself, you are defining the relationship. But you don't write it somewhere. It's just the logic how you create the shapefile.
Okay. Like if like this road is connecting like with this point exactly, so he
Uh-huh.
will do that on that time. Like after creating that, if there was some errors, he did not do
Yeah,
spatial
if there was
correlation.
some error, for example, I
Yes.
created all these roads and I did not join it properly. I
Yes.
left
Like
some distance or maybe I created an extra line.
mm-hmm.
Then I will use these topological tools to correct it.
Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. So then there is this second thing. For example, this is the same thing that you were asking.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, if this is a road, at some points I correct joined it properly, and at some
Mm-hmm.
points I forgot to join it.
Yes.
So the points where I forgot to join it.
Mm-hmm.
So points like these in topological terms they are defined as undershoots. So they are not correct joined properly. They should have joined here. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, we use these tools like extend arc, move nodes. So these tools are used to remove the undershoots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Similarly, sometimes we have this problem that we digitize and created an extra line, whereas it should have ended here, and we created some extra lines.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, it is called as overshoot. So maybe you have 1 lakh points where you have overshoot. So you can directly use these tools. When you use these tools directly in ArcGIS, it
Mm-hmm.
will directly remove the
Yes.
error.
Yes. And is there any specific tool? Like if I give a base map and I will try to digitize it, So he will automatically do this, and then if there is some error, I can do this patient data editing, or I have to do then on the digitization manually.
You have to do it on the digitization manually.
Okay. So there is no tool like if I give him a map and he will digitize for me.
No, 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 no. That
Okay.
is, uh, there are things that people are developing in automation, but that
Mm.
is not possible for the moment. Like it is not available, or maybe it is not
Mm.
100% accurate. Maybe the accuracy is just 40 to 50%.
And that's what I'm trying to say. Like if there's some error and then I can do this patient data editing functions.
I think if there is such a tool, then also you will not be able to get your hands on it for free. It will be very costly.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So until now it's like done manually.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then there is this orientation thing also.
Mm-hmm.
So it can also be changed orientation. Then there is intersection errors.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if you see this point,
Mm-hmm.
at the 2 points where it connects, there should have been joints, like there should have been splits, but they did not split for some reason, and you have a complete segment. So
Mm-hmm.
you can disjoint them, split them on the intersection. So split based, this is like splitting, but on the basis where they are intersecting, not on edges. So split can be of many types. Split can be of vertices, edges, on intersection points. So there, the for example, this is one segment and this is another segment. So they are intersecting at just 2 points. So the length splits like this based on the point of intersection. Got it?
Yes.
Then there are missing label points in polygons. So what does this mean is, for example, this is some place. Uh, you can say maybe there are many polygons in this. So like this, it is completely till here. Now every polygon has a label point. That is, maybe it is having a value. So maybe you did some survey on the field and you added some values for each polygon. Now maybe there are some polygons in between where you forgot to add the value. Okay. You
Mm-hmm.
have it in your file written in your diary, but you want to add them now. So you can just simply label the points in polygons. So labeling the points. Okay. This
Okay.
is also there in spatial editing. So what I mean is, for example, this is Germany state. You added these are provinces. So maybe this is Berlin, this is Frankfurt. You forgot
Mm-hmm.
to add what is this, right? So
Yes.
your data is already created now. So now you can edit to add what this is. So that is spatial editing.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a part of editing only that you are adding something. Then there are unclosed regions. For example, if you have this, not like this. If you have a, maybe you have a polygon, and the rule in your polygon is that every polygon needs to be closed. And when someone was digitizing, they forgot to close it on some points. For example, here. So you can apply the closed tool to close this. So there is a threshold value that this should be at least this much near, then
Mm.
close. Otherwise, if it is bigger than that threshold, then keep it unclosed.
Mm.
So what I mean is, uh, let me give you an example here. Did the file get shared to you?
Yes, I'm downloading this one.
Hmm. So you see some land parcel here. Okay. Now
Mm.
I have to digitize these land parcels and I forgot to close some of the parcels. I created this, created this. It is closed here,
Mm.
it is closed here, closed here, closed here, closed here, closed here. So if you see, I forgot to close it here, and close it here.
Mm.
So maybe I have a very big data of the whole state of these
Mm.
fields, and
Mm.
I cannot now calculate the area because this is open.
Mm.
To rectify this, if this is at 1 lakh points in this shapefile, at 1 lakh points, the field is not closed. So you can
Mm.
simply just use these tools, select closed, append closed, and the things will get closed.
Awesome.
So,
One more question that
yeah,
came, like we are using Google Maps, right?
yeah,
And in these Google Maps, it's have data of all our globe, right?
yeah.
And it it means that like the whole globe was first digitized first, and then they used the network analysis tool, or
Yes.
was
But they you digitized it using their algorithms, not manually.
okay. That's what I was talking about. Like, if it was done manually, then it was like a lot of work.
No. That using
So,
algorithms. So they have algorithms to extract roads, they have algorithms to extract buildings. So that is what they developed first.
okay. So then we can also do that as well if we are doing some digitization or no. We can run up a Python code or script or no.
Yes, why not?
Hmm.
So
Perfect.
many people do this. I have a friend who is in Denmark.
Yes.
His PhD is on automation to extract roads from satellite imagery.
Ah.
Yeah. So he's doing project with Apple Maps. So all of
Hmm.
the companies have a way to extract the data.
Yeah, yes. That's what I was thinking, that if it's done manually, then it will not possible to have maps of all over the globe. That's why some of the areas was incorrect as well. Like if there was no road there and Google Maps showing that this is a road. Yes.
Yep. So, just a moment.
So how they uh, recollect what you can say this, like how they collect the data if there was no road there or if there was nothing and there was some error in that uh, automation. Did they
Uh,
use also this patient data I first or something else tool?
no, if Google Maps has some error in extracting the data properly using their algorithm,
Mm.
they don't change
Mhm.
it. It is like that only.
Okay. So once it's
So,
completed, it stays the same.
yeah, for example, if you see here, maybe some errors, some things may be visible to you. Mhm.
Mm.
So, if you see here, according to them, these are two different houses
Mm.
based on their algorithm.
Mm.
Their algorithm
Uh,
says if one wall is like this, one wall is like this, probably it is a different house.
different one.
No, it is wrong. It is not two different houses.
Mm.
It is one single house. It is because of the shadow that they were not able
Mm.
to see the a little other part of it.
Mm.
So there are
Yes.
errors because of algorithm. No one needs
Mm.
to, no one is worried about correcting them. It is not. Mm. Now, this is a road. So this road is not a proper road. It
Mm.
is like a road where the ground is very similar to the color of the adjacent field.
Mm.
So
Yes.
their algorithm was not able to detect this road.
Uh,
They
yes.
they don't worry, they don't care like if it is there or not. Like they want better algorithm, but
Yes. Because like in Google Maps, there's an option answer as well. If there's some error, you can also like complain them or I don't know what's exactly that, I forgot.
no, you can't
And they
complain to
will
them.
then update this.
No, this will not happen.
Yeah.
So, for example, here Google is unable to understand what this is. If this is one
Mm.
building or
Mm.
a multiple buildings, it is unable to understand. So
Yes.
it just left it empty. So the things it is not able to understand, it will leave it empty.
Mm.
So if you see here, there is a building on the road.
Mm.
Do you think this is possible? It is a problem with algorithm that it is not perfect.
Mm. But like from this example,
So
I
this
recall.
error is coming. You know why this error is coming?
Mm.
So if you see here, where did that point go? Okay. So when Google took imagery, according to it, the road, its algorithm, it fails when shadow comes in between.
Mm.
So this part here, it is a shadow. Now,
Mm.
according to Google, they have given more preference to it thinking that it is maybe water or something, and the
Mm-hmm.
road feature is now like this.
Yes, yes.
So this is the road.
Mm.
So now, because they don't understand what is this, they have
Mm.
a algorithm which clubs it with the building.
Yes.
So that is why you will see this building is out of the boundary into the road. Got
Mm.
it?
Mm. Uh,
Hmm.
like one example, last time I guess the professor was sharing is that the same thing that they done in e-cognition, dwelling extraction of like some camps.
Hmm.
Mm.
So there are many extraction models. Now there is SAM extraction model. It is the most, hmm, it can even extract all the aeroplanes properly.
Ah. So these are object-based model,
Yeah,
right?
these are object-based models.
Mm.
It can extract all the cars.
Ah, nice.
It can extract all the elements in the city written on the road, zebra crossing, arrows,
Mm.
buses, buildings. You can
So
also
this
do it here also.
so these are all automation, right? By using some
Yep.
uh, okay,
So
motion trains.
now this feature has also extended to videos. You can,
Mm. I think this will be the future of like geospatial technology
you can say,
because like the main one thing of like digitization and stuff, it's like rarely here. You can't find a job or work here. Mm.
if you see, it extracted all the buildings.
Mm.
So similarly, you can extract the road from here.
Mm. Then make a KML file and we can also upload it on JS and then
So maybe
do.
let me search for road.
Mm. Nice.
So this is the same principle of e-cognition, but it is automated now. So
Mm.
no need of in e-cognition, you have to define how the samples of the road will look. whereas here it is using AI and ML to do it.
mm,
Now, there are some other kind of errors also. So, for example, you have duplicate line segments. You created a line segment twice, then you can
mm,
delete it in ArcGIS and QGIS. Maybe you left it open, then you can close it, right? Maybe this should have been a perfect polygon. You created a spike by a problem that can also be removed. So all these errors. So as I said, overshoot. So maybe overshoot or dangling node. You don't need nodes. So maybe this is your data and it is a complete uh, box or something. But somewhere there was an error and a node was left. So the node can be deleted. Like if
mm,
there are 1 lakh nodes in your data, all can be deleted together. Duplicates, duplicates can be deleted. Okay. If, for example, this is a road, this is a single segment of road, and according to your law, there cannot be a intersection inside the same segment. Okay. So maybe you
mm,
have 1 lakh roads. Okay. You have to check the if the roads are proper. There is no loop or not inside of it. Maybe the road is not like this. Then it will be a problem because the road has to be one single segment. It cannot have an intersection point of inside its own. Then this will have to be defined as a different segment. So that can be
mm,
also checked using loop or not. Now, this is one example that originally someone digitized and the data looked like this. Okay. So
mm.
they used operations and after editing the data, it became like this. Got it?
Yes.
So now it is possible that the corrected data may result in unacceptable map images. Now, this is also very important to understand that always it is not always necessary that correcting the data will give you acceptable map images. Now, what
Mm,
it means is, let me give you another example. So, these are some streets. Okay.
mm,
These are some streets, and this data should have been attached to this, that this should have been meeting this because this street is going like this. You can go in this way and then move this way, right? So you
mm,
someone forgot to digitize it properly or there is some error. Now it is the same error here and the same error here. Now the problem is this street actually ends here. There is no meeting point for these two. In real world, they two are not meeting. Okay. But when you are
mm,
applying the algorithm or the tool to correct these, they will get corrected. But along with this will also get corrected.
mm,
Then this is not the real world logic. Now this is wrong.
mm,
So it is possible that maybe 1 lakh errors were removed, but 1,000 new errors were created.
Yes.
Or it can be more also. You didn't know what
Mm,
you were doing. Maybe uh, the number of unjoining streets is more. Only
mm,
few number have to be joined. Maybe you
yes.
applied this principle and you corrected 2,000 problems and you created 5,000 errors.
Mm,
So it, you have to again see if it is acceptable map image or something wrong was created. So
yes.
that is the part of quality checking, the
Mm,
analysis part, right?
yes.
Even if these data are verified, image may contain errors until logical connections are established. You have
Yes.
to logically correct the image.
Mm,
Now, uh, broadly speaking, that topology means identifying errors like polygon is closed or not closed, lines are connected or not connected,
mm,
missing repeated ID codes, maybe duplicate points, okay? Missing
mhm,
polygon, there should have been polygon or okay.
yes.
Then there is some other type of editing. So
Mm,
this type of editing means, uh, for example, uh, this is the boundary between Berlin and maybe Frankfurt. Okay, this is Berlin, this is Frankfurt. Okay,
mm,
so you are doing some analysis where this boundary is not important for you. What I mean is, maybe you are just showing the financial data of Berlin and Frankfurt. That Berlin each year is making this much money. Frankfurt each year is getting this much money from tourism. Okay.
mm,
So that can be represented by color, and the boundary actually does not mean anything to you because your data is intense. Maybe this boundary, because here I have just shown maybe some few curves, but on actual ground, maybe there are 1 lakh curves inside it, small curves, because it is a boundary between two cities, right?
mm,
Now you want to simplify your data. You don't need this boundary properly. What you can do is maybe rather just create a straight boundary, like, or like you can just give it like, now just try to understand what is a line. A line is a collection of points, right?
yes.
So here the computer has to process it like, because there are many curves, every 2 point it is creating a line, every 2 point it is creating a line that
Mm,
stores more data. It takes up more data. Your data
mm,
becomes heavy, right?
yes.
Now, what if I don't need the boundary? I just define 3 points, and based on 3 points, those 3 points are these 3 points.
Mm,
This one, this one, and this one. I define the boundary. Now the data
mm,
will get lightweight, right?
mm,
So sometimes you can apply line simplification algorithms.
okay.
So there are some algorithms, for example, originally it was like this to understand it, that you are simplifying a curve into a line.
Mm,
So you had this one, and to simplify it, you made it into a this one. The logic used to convert this into this is this, that between 2 points on the perpendicular, the line
Hmm.
was joined. Okay.
Joint. Yes.
So this is line simplification, or it is
Hmm.
also called as Douglas-Puker theorem algorithm.
Hmm.
Then there can be vice versa also. Now, maybe I have a boundary like this between two cities. I want to change it into this curved line because
Hmm.
curved looks better, right?
Yes.
So I can do line densification, which is the reverse of it, from this
Hmm.
to this. Got it?
Yes.
Using the same logic, it will change it into a curve.
Hmm. Yes.
Then there is line smoothing. Now, what do you mean by line smoothing?
Hmm.
Uh, Here it was a particular algorithm. In line smoothing, you you give the computer which mathematical to perform. So, for example, this is your line,
Hmm.
and you tell it some particular algorithm based on which it converts it into like this, or
Hmm.
maybe whatever mathematical equation you used here, you don't use it here. You use some another equation, and it turns it into like this.
Hmm.
So they both are different, right?
Yes.
You did line smoothing, but based on some mathematical equation.
Hmm.
Okay. But the main idea is the number of points increases from before. So this line, maybe it consists of 1000 points. Now the
Hmm.
new line that exists after the algorithm, it has more number of points than this one.
Hmm.
Then there is transferring map feature from one to another. This is very, for example, you have a world map. Okay. So in this world map, maybe uh, Germany and some another country, maybe Poland, they are
Hmm.
appearing here. Okay.
Hmm.
But then there is this another map, which is a very dense map in which there are states inside Germany also shown.
Hmm.
Now, you want to create a world map like this one, where you want to show the states of also every country inside. So
Hmm.
from some maps like this, you will move the features to these, and then you can create a map like this also, right? Got it?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, okay, okay. Now there is something called as transformation. Now, do you know what transformation is? What? Just take a wild
Hmm.
guess what transformation must be.
Transformation. Like, hmm. Getting
Hmm?
data from one to another form.
Okay, so transformation means is that if you remember,
Hmm.
uh, we have the capability in QGIS and ArcGIS to change the coordinate system, right?
Yes.
So the
Hmm.
location changes when we do transformation, right? Hello.
Yes. Exactly.
So
Yes.
also there is
Hello.
something called
Can you
as
hear me?
georeferencing.
Yes.
So if some images is not at its true coordinates, you can georeference it to your true coordinates, right?
Yes. 100%.
So both of them are a part of transformation. Now,
Yes. Hmm.
Reduction of coordinate pairs required. Now, this one is a little tricky to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what it means is uh, coordinate thinning. It is very similar to what you just saw in the previous two, line simplification and line densification. Now, what it
Mm-hmm.
means is just take the example of line densification. That is,
Okay.
uh, sorry, just take the example of line simplification. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you had this and you were
Mm-hmm.
going to approach more towards a plain line feature, right?
Yes.
Okay. So just look at this one here. It is a curve and it changes into a straight
Straight
line.
line. Yes.
So it is also a part of transformation. That kind of uh, transformation is also part of, sorry, that kind of editing is also a part of transformation. Why? Because you are manipulating the data. Now, originally it was like this. So maybe there are 1000 points on this. Okay. Now it is
Mm-hmm.
like this.
Mm-hmm.
So what it did was it reduced the number of points that initially here it may be 400 points. It reduced itself to these 200 points.
Mm-hmm.
So reduction of coordinate pairs, that is xy, reduction of xy required when data has been captured with many vertices and it needs to be changed into a linear feature. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this process of reducing redundancy is also called as weeding. So
Mm-hmm.
this process is also called as weeding.
Reading.
Now, this line is also very important if you understand it. Thinning of coordinates is also required when there is map generalization process. Do you know
Mm-hmm.
what is map generalization?
Creating a map?
No, 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 no. So, what do you see the difference in this zoom and this zoom? What difference do you see?
Large scale and small scale, like more details in zoom in function, and when we zoom out, it shows less.
So, this feature of maps is called generalization. So, when
Okay.
you were at this zoom scale, the
Mm.
there is no need that you want to see this because
Roads, yes,
at this
yes.
scale, if you observe this data here, it is of no use.
Mm.
It is only of use when
Mm-hmm.
you zoom it into it.
Zoom in,
So,
yes.
this is called as map generalization,
Okay.
showing the data when it is uh, feasible or maybe required.
Mm.
So what happens in map generalization? Sometimes there is a possibility, hmm, maybe Google has some specific rules or maybe something. But for example, if you see this line here,
Uh,
it is curved, right? It is changing. It's not a straight line, right?
yes.
So maybe Google has not applied line thinning. But if you are developing your own maps, what you can
Mm-hmm.
do is, for example, when the user zooms out,
Mm. It shows a strip.
it can show you as a straight line because now it is not needed to be curved. So
Yes.
I think for Google, they're not doing thinning. What they are
Mm,
doing is they remove the feature.
mm,
So that is also a part of map generalization.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, maybe OpenStreetMaps does that.
Mm,
Maybe they're not doing it.
mm.
So then just coordinate thinning was one thing. Then there is the metric transformation that I already discussed with you. So georeferencing is also called as rubber sheeting, right? So
Yes.
rubber sheeting. So georeferencing is a kind of transformation. Then is warping. Warping is reprojecting. So if you have a satellite imagery, you are reprojecting it. It is called as warping, right?
Okay.
So for example, you have a DEM and you are
Mm,
reprojecting it. Okay.
mm,
Then it
mm,
is warping.
mm.
Then in transformation that it is a journal saying to avoid errors, to do transformation or working on a data, transformations are done to, for example, there are three different vector layers. Now I will perform transformation. That is, I will change them into a common coordinate system, right?
Mm,
So
yes.
that there are no errors. So
Mm,
transformations are a part of spatial editing only. Got it?
mm, yes. Yes.
Editing attribute data, that is simple.
Mm,
That you are editing the attribute data. And for
yes.
you, it is more, uh, you can understand this part better. That in ArcGIS and QGIS, you can edit data. You know that you can edit attribute data. But since you have
Yes.
done SQL also, you know that you can edit data in SQL also.
Yes.
So you can give command to change things, maybe
Mm,
update, right? Update,
yes.
alter.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then this was the part about editing. Now,
Mm,
what you should do is just take a screenshot of this image.
mm,
Look for the examples of all these on YouTube, exploring their tools.
okay.
Look on ChatGPT, ask ChatGPT if I have
Mm,
undershoots in my file, how can I remove it
mm,
using which tool in ArcGIS Pro?
mm,
So explore them all. This is very important. If you want to become uh, geo analyst more than a developer,
mm,
then this is important.
okay.
Okay.
Mm. One more question. I'm like, when I'm downloading the e-cognition, it says the license information.
Hmm?
When I like download the e-cognition, it says it asks me for a license information options.
Uh, so there is one file with it. Maybe the password is 123.
How to like open this? Because when I
Can you
open
show
it,
me your
it's
screen?
okay. Screen one. This is what it asked for, and when I select this, it's empty. I downloaded from this one, Mission Setup.
Just double click on the setup.
It will, okay, because I double click it and then he go into this license information.
But this will not work. You have to extract all of these folders first.
Okay.
Do one thing, right click on it, right click. What happens when you click on extract all?
That when I extract everything. Okay, now it's extracted the whole as a folder.
Yeah.
If I select next,
Mm-hmm.
I accept,
Mm-hmm.
and then again it's this option.
Just select set licensing later.
Should I go into this?
Set licensing later. Yep. Next, next, and install. Press
Next.
next. Yeah, finish.
First.
Maybe there, just open this zip password 123. What is it? Open with notepad. Yeah,
It's empty.
nothing.
Yes.
So just try to run this e-cognition. Maybe I'm not sure if this is that version because I actually did some.
This one?
No, no, below,
So,
above it. Yeah, maybe it asks for license. Maybe let us see, or maybe you can get some days trial.
mm, it's training lessons.
Then maybe I will look for that particular version. I will tell you.
Okay, perfect. See you.
Okay, then I will see you on Tuesday then. Okay.
Yes, yes, perfect. Okay, bye.